of the night there, boys and girls. Lots of good fun ahead of us. I will say that on Saturday night, as I was coming back from Clearwater, because I did not get a chance to be there to see Fran bring home the big victory, by the way. And we all get to believe me, I wish I would have been there because I was on my way coming back from Clearwater and I got a flat tire in Ocala. Have you ever tried getting a flat tire fixed on a Saturday night at 7 o'clock? Forget it. Put the donut on and drive 100 miles from Ocala to here and don't go over 50 miles an hour. Now, why did I say that? Because in the midst of sitting there like a cat with the fur up, as I'm driving down 301 or up, as the case may be, the phone rings, I pick it up, and no doubt in the newspaper today, you read the story of the guy that was barred up in a house. They had served an arrest warrant for him and he wouldn't come out. Well, there just happened to be the very police officer that was working that case attends our church. He called me up. He says, "Jim, you always love good police stories, don't you?" I said, "Absolutely." He said, "You won't believe what just happened." I said, "What?" He says, "Man, it was fabulous." He says, "It was a group of us cops went up to this guy's house to serve the warrant on him and take him under arrest. He would not come out. So we realized, all right, this is a case for the SWAT team." So we turned around from off the porch, started walking down off the porch, looked to the side, and sitting on the porch was a big 16-inch parrot on this perch. And this big old yellow and red and blue parrot sitting there. And he said, "Huh, you don't see that every day." When they go down, and next thing you know, SWAT cars arrive, and I know you're sitting there saying, "What's this have to do with table topics?" We're getting there to it. Okay, trust me. So SWAT team arrives, they're getting set everything, all the tear gas ready, all the battering rams. I mean, they're getting ready for one heck of a throwdown to get in and get this guy out of there. And by that time, the policeman in charge grabs the megaphone to his hand and he says, "JB, come out with your hands up." And about that time, the parrot on the porch, "JB, come out with your hands up." And so everything that the cop says in the megaphone now, "You got to give up." "You got to give up." And so this is back and forth. And I guess with all the cops laughing, the guy realizes now's my best time. So he comes out with his hands up and he surrenders to the police peaceably. And about that time, the police, and he says, "And so we took him into custody." I said, "The best part of the story, what happened to the parrot?" He said, "Well, we left him on the porch." And I'm thinking to myself, can you imagine when one of JB's friends comes to visit him? He comes up on the porch and knocks on the door. "JB, come out with your hands up." Now, that was a good story. I enjoyed that, which leads us into our table topics for tonight. I want to know, in this wonderful town of Jacksonville, we've got a lot going for us. Think about it. Aren't you glad you live here? You could live a whole lot of other places, but you live right here in Jacksonville. We've got good things. When you think about the Jaguars play, my goodness, there's only 32 teams in America that's got an NFL team. And we're one of them. They may not be the greatest, but hey, we're one of them. Well, I just want to know, for all the good things that we've got going for us, a wonderful police force, etc. Let's get down to it. My question for you tonight is, what does Jacksonville need? What does Jacksonville need? Now, I want you to dream big now. Do we need to add an NBA team to our NFL team? Do we need to add a high-speed rail? I heard today that they're talking about running one from Washington to Jacksonville. We'd be the end of the line. Do we need any of a theme park like Busch Gardens? Would that put us on the map? I'm just saying, what does Jacksonville need? That thing that'll put us over the top. I call upon Jared Powers to lead the discussion tonight. What does Jacksonville need? Mr. Jared, tell us what Jacksonville needs.
Jacksonville needs? Jacksonville needs snow. I mean, think about it. The white menace falling on your heads. No one in Jacksonville knows how to drive, let alone driving in snow. Think about how much traffic would be reduced, but people are afraid for their lives to go out and get on these highways. I heard that there was snow while I was in New York. Can anybody verify that there was snow this year or last year? Well, you get an inch of snow around these Floridians, these flatlanders, and the next thing you know, it's like bumper cars. We could cut down on traffic. Traffic would be so blocked up that people would have to walk. Snow. Snow days for your kids. You could take days off from work because you don't have to go in because there's snow. I mean, you think about this. You already get, if you're a government employee, you already get how many? Like 60 national holidays, federal holidays. Now we throw in 35 snow days and you get paid for it? Snow. If I had one thing that would cause me to move out of Jacksonville, Florida, is if we had snow. And I'm not a city person. I want to move out into the country. So if we had some snow, that would be the thing that would put me over the top, Mr. Congressman.
All right. Well, I know that Jacksonville has need of some things. I know I have need of Rolaids or Tums. I got a hold of a 7-layer burrito at Taco Bell and got the worst case of confabulation that my stomach's ever experienced. But Jared thinks we need snow. I'm going to come to our resident champion in the house, Sister Fran, and I'm going to find out what Fran says that she thinks we need as a city. What does Jacksonville need? We need to check our lights there. Sister Fran.
When you called upon Jared, I told him the answer, but he did not listen to me. Husbands, they never listen. I think what Jacksonville needs is a better bus system. We are going nearer to $5 a gallon, people. Funny you said that. 2 weeks ago, I told my boss, Tina, I'm working from home on Thursday. And she just looked at me, waiting for an answer, waiting for me to explain to her why. I did not give her an answer. But deep inside me, and there's been confabulating going on among our team, we need to talk to our boss and tell her we need to work from home once or twice a week. First, we can do it. Second, we have our laptops. And third, the gas prices are horrendous. Our workforce, our team, one lives in the west side, one in the Julington area. You know, in Jacksonville, it's the largest city and land area in the United States. If we have a good bus system, there's going to be a lot of us here riding the bus right now. My husband goes, no. I remember an experience. A year ago, I actually had a vacation day, just took the day off, and Jared and I took the bus from near our house to Bay Meadows, to where I work. Just to see how it feels like, what's going on in the bus. It was actually pretty nice. Everybody knows everybody. It's like a big family when you ride the bus. Because think about it, people go the same route every day, and so they know each other. guess I just have to suck up the gas prices. Mr. Toastmaster.
Now, I've got to tell you, today at lunchtime, I was having a little confabulation session with my dog. And of all the things we talked about, the whole thing about having a day off, taking the bus on my day off did not come up once. Fran, I got to tell you, you are a different kind of person. You want to use a day off to ride the bus system. One of a kind. And I believe Papa Doo would throw in some confabulation on that as well. Let's move to somebody else. Now, we've heard about snow is what we need, and that a bus system's what we need, an even better one. Let's find out what our resident techno wizard, Scott, would have to say about what we need. Will you please make welcome Scott Manning.
I actually live on the west side, north side, in a country area. What I would love to see Jackson is a dome over Jackson, a mosquito dome. Keep some mosquitoes away from Jackson. When rabbit came out, it didn't come out. I know there are states where the mosquito is a national bird. Alaska probably has the national mosquito bird up there. We've grown in small numbers, but they're mean, they're aggressive, and they come out like fire ants. I've never seen them come out so early with such a frozen winter we came through, but that would be wanting a gigantic dome over our city. Now, if we extended that dome, I think we could have AC. Or I know Jim has mentioned how much he hates the winter, or jogging in the summers. Now you think jogging in the dehumidified outside. Woo! And we'd save on our fuel bills. Because why AC? We can actually leave our doors open. You don't have to yell to your kids. Are we AC with the outside kid? Not anymore. You can leave the door open. Because the outside is AC. We can do some amazing things with a dome over this city. So that would be the first thing I'd be wanting. After that, I'd be looking for more technology in our schools. I think every school should have a robotic class, every programming class. We do not have enough people learning about technology in this world. And it's going to take those engineers to build this great dome. It's not going to be the accountants, not going to be the insurance guys, sorry. It's not going to be the politicians, definitely not them. So it's going to be the engineers, and I would like to see it done. Mr. Toastmaster.
Now, this is what I'm talking about. This kind of innovation and creativity and